Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Baxter's Blades. You're entering the Tiger Pit. My apologies for not making a video for a few days. It's that time of year, not where things are slowing down, but it's riding season. I ride motorcycles, and so when the sun comes out up here and the rain stops, I'm gone. I'm not sitting in this back room making knife videos. I'm not going on live shows as much in the summertime for sure. And like today, I rode to work, got home, it's sunny outside, it doesn't get dark till after 8. And so I'm getting motorcycles ready. I'm doing all the maintenance I should have done this winter instead of making knife videos. So I just wanted to give you a heads up. My content probably will be slowing down this summer. I'm probably going to be making a big move, and I haven't really mentioned it yet, but I'm seriously considering going down and living with my father. And he's doing all right, in case you were wondering. He's doing fine, but I'd rather enjoy him while he's healthy instead of toward the end in the hospital. You know, he could be alive for 10, 15 more years. I have no idea. But he's turning 78 this summer. He has 4 Purple Hearts in Vietnam. And, I've been up here in the Northwest for 30 years. So anyways, enough about my life. Just wanted to give you a heads up what's going on. I do have some more knives coming in, some case knives whenever they're going to release them. But I have been slowing down on my purchases. I'm very happy with my collection. And, I'm sure there's going to be the occasional Rosecraft that's going to drop, and I'm going to have to get it. But this video, I want to talk about Queen Cutlery. And Ken of Last Chance Knives, formerly known as Last Chance Knives, he is now known as the Cutting Edge, which is all his knife-related content, recently did a video on Queen Cutlery, and he's been getting some and modifying some as he does, and he is really impressed with them, and I'm equally as impressed with them. And I have done videos in the past, and their fit and finish and quality is absolutely fantastic. So I just want to do another video. I'll leave a link to Ken's channel, and you can go back. Maybe I'll leave a link to that video. He has a couple. And I'll go back and you can check it out. But I want to talk a little bit about Queen Cutlery, which is no longer Queen. It is owned by Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and it is made by Bear & Son. And well, Bear & Son, their quality has been getting really fantastic for the last couple of years. A lot less gaps, better centered blades, 1095 carbon steel for less money than a case knife. So a fantastic alternative to case knives. I recently had El Cap Addict ask me, what's a comparable USA made manufacturer? I'd say Queen or Bear & Son, but I do like the Queens. Made in USA. Again, I do have a lot of Chinese Queens when they were manufactured possibly at the Rough Rider plant. But this is an original 1976 Mountain Man stainless steel lockback. A gift from Zen, excuse me, Zen Ali for my 50th birthday. You can see 76. And the Queen, it's kind of sunken down there. Really nice lockback. My oldest Queen, it is a synthetic, but it's jigged to look like, jigged bone. Fantastic, thin, light, a lot like their lockbacks that they're releasing now. But their lockbacks they're releasing now are in 1095 carbon steel. You can see Mountain Man stainless and the mountains in the background. A little bit left there on the blade. Fantastic knife. I'd like to pick up more old queens for sure. Slip by SD Leatherworks. Check her out. I will try to remember to put a link in the description for her. So I think my first was I wanted to see the quality, and I got some Barlows. So I got 3 queens. I got some Baron Sun Barlows here. Let's show the queens. I think this was my first queen. Chicago Knife Works had them for $40-something instead of $50-something. And you used to be able to go to Chicago Knife Works and get free shipping if you spent over $100. That's not the case anymore. Now it's by weight, and it's like $15 to $20. So I haven't been getting anything from there lately. And actually, if you look at the UPS option, sometimes it's cheaper than the snail mail. But this is a Queen Cutlery number 22. I do have a little patina on the blade. I was not afraid. I kind of cleaned it off. There's a few spots here. Not really afraid to get patina on these carbon steel blades, even though it does have laser engraving here. You can see the Tang stamp. It's an actual stamp, I think. I don't know. That might be laser engraving also. I think it's a stamp. I call this Bobcat Scratch, but they call it the Peach Seed Jig. It's the green bone. $10.95 carbon steel, beautiful fit and finish, beautiful Barlow for under $50. Like I said, depends on where you get it. And that was the first. So when I got this and saw the beautiful back spring, now it's a little sluggish into the half stop, but good snap, and centered blades, I was sold. So I went and picked up a red bone. Now, this one had some gaps in it, you know. I mean, they're not perfect, but comparable to case. You're getting $10.95, but you're not spending $70, $80 for a Barlow. You're spending under $50. Fantastic knives. Yeah, it does look like a stamp to me. Fantastic knives for USA made. And of course, after I got those two, I had to pick up the Stag. Now these are about, what was it? What did I spend for this? $69.70. So about as much as a case Barlow, but it came with Stag. It came with $10.95. I do like the long pole. Amazing knives. And I've showed these Baron Sons before. This was a gift from Mike Adams. This is my beer tender. And, well, this is my exclusive Baron Son and Stag. Look at the back springs on this. Look at the centering. Well, clip point's a little off, but $50, 50-something, $55 for an exclusive. This is the tiny, or baby Barlow, excuse me. Fantastic. Well, Ken's been discovering them, and he's been picking up a lot of the amber bone, the winter bottom amber bones. And I really need to pick up one of those. After I got this beautiful red bone Barlow, I picked up the Trapper. You can see the Trapper is way darker. It's more of a burgundy. I do prefer this red bone. I guess you don't know what you're going to get. Depends. Again, $10.95 carbon steel, under $50. This is the number 19. I've carried this. To compare them to a case, that's kind of a tough one, but I'll do that. I mean, I have one right here. I have a $10.95 carbon steel case Trapper. Now, I like the nail nick and the blade shape on the case much more. You can see that there's a pointier tip on the Queen. But what I did notice is the blade stock is thicker on the case, if that makes a difference to anybody. Thin blade stock can be really nice. It can be slicey, and there's not too much of a difference, but you can see the difference there. Of course, case does amazing bone. Queen does not polish their back springs like Case. You can see it's a satin brush finish. So good users, good workers. Boy, I don't even see any gaps in the back of this. No half stops on the larger ones. I do not have a mini, so I'm not sure if the mini has half stops. Let's check out the spay blade in comparison to a Case. Very similar, not too much different. You can see I'm getting some patina on that blade. Now, Ken has been modifying like everybody else in the community. Apparently, nobody likes a spay blade, or they just want to try something different. And Doom Crew Outdoors is cutting them off into sheep's foot. Some people are doing Warrencliffs. Ken modified one. I've seen people do a one-arm razor, which is kind of what I want to try, because then I can keep the nail nick and not have to cut a new nail nick, which can be really hard to do a proper nail nick. You can do long pulls. Fantastic knives. And if you're wondering about the difference between Queen and Bear & Son, well, there's really not that much difference because it's the same manufacturer. This is a lot like the Queen Stag Trapper, except there's a Bear & Son shield. And of course, this is a first production run. One of 50 made from Red Hill Cutlery. No swedging, but you can see pretty much identical. Now, you probably have seen some Queen Stag Trappers out there, and they look like this. It's all the same. Brass liners, very nice knives. They do have a lot of writing on the blades. You know, like you get this. A lot of people don't like writing on the blades. I figured, well, it's 1095 carbon steel. If you like patina, just patina it up. You won't see it. You can technically sand that off and then repolish it if you choose. Now, I know the large Barlows by Bear & Son and Queen don't have any writing on the bolsters. You can see that in Ken's videos. But all in all, I still prefer a Case Trapper. I mean, I carry my Case Trappers more than my Queen, but these are fantastic options. 1095 carbon steel. And if you want to play with it, it's not a really expensive $80 Case Trapper. You know, you're looking at $45 to $55. Depends on where you get it. I have noticed Smoky Mountain Knife Works, sometimes even after tax and shipping, it's still cheaper than Chicago Knife Works now. Even though Chicago Knife Works prices are way lower than Smoky Mountain's, I'm not getting any free shipping from them, so I have not been ordering. Well, I think that's all I wanted to say. Another long video. I appreciate you all joining me in the Tiger Pit. Queen is a fantastic option. I even love the Chinese Queens. The Black Pearl peanut I have is probably one of my favorite peanuts. I did recently get a Case peanut, and it is fantastic, but the bolsters aren't as rounded as they used to be. And my Queen is rounded like the old Case peanuts. Still fantastic knives. And they have a lot. They have Stockmans. Not a lot of bone variety. It's usually red, green, or Stag, and the Winterbottom Amber, which I do want to pick up a Trapper and a Barlow someday. Thank you for joining me in the Tiger Pit. You all stay sharp, be kind, and take chances. Take care.